Hi, everyone. Welcome to the third and I think last presentation of the breakouts today. So I hope everybody's got still the same amount of energy as they had earlier. This is a presentation today. We're going to be taking you through the power of integrations and how you can optimize your workflows by integrating DeepL into your business tools. Quick rundown of what we're going to be looking at today. I'm going to be telling you why integrations actually matter. Showing you a bit of a workflow without integrations, taking you through an introduction of DeepL's own integrations themselves, hopefully praying to the demo gods, taking you through an integrations live demo, and then we'll have a Q&A to finish off. So as a bit of an introduction, my name is Paul. I'm a product marketing manager here at DeepL. I work closely with the integrations team and also the API team. I used to be a software engineer, so putting things together, connecting software together, connecting those tools and making seamless integrations is really part of my DNA. So why do integrations actually matter? You know, we've got great tools here at DeepL. You would all be using these. You'll be using your productivity tools like Microsoft or Google. Why do they actually matter in the first place? And what we've actually pulled together here are some stats of, these are actually from an amalgamation of two separate reports, one from Reich and one from Pega, who are both real powerhouses in the workflows and integrations arena. And we can see that some of the stats here say that workers switch between apps more than 1,100 times a day, switching between 35 different applications. You can see that the productivity actually decreases by up to 40% when they're actually switching between these. That results in 9% of their working time spent navigating between these different apps. And the biggest stat for me is when they surveyed companies with around 100 employees, they could see that those companies were losing the equivalent of 3,200 working days annually. So it's pretty easy maths to see that each one of those employees is losing pretty much a month of productivity without using integrations. So looking at workflows without integrations, I actually took a bit of a step out of the process. I use integrations a lot day to day. But for this presentation, I actually tried to put together a lot of the content just as a bit of a test, just to see how putting together the content without integrations actually works. You don't need to read all this, but it's just there as an example. I know it's quite small, but I actually took a lot of the content that was put into this and actually copying and pasting them back and forth from the productivity apps into DeepL's own translation tools. And it became apparent that it was very tiring. I could tell that after even like half an hour to an hour of actually going through this process, I was introducing my own errors in this flow. Human errors were being introduced. I was getting very tired, and I could feel my own productivity dropping. So it doesn't actually take much to see where integrations actually play a part. Looking back to Christopher's conversations and presentation earlier today, all of DeepL's integrations themselves really play a part in increasing productivity, being a part of your workflow wherever you're actually working. So whether you're using Microsoft 365, Google's tools, etc., it can be really tightly coupled into your integrations. We've got, I say, really tight integrations with Office 365, so all of the productivity suite there. And then we have things like browser integrations as well. So if you're using things like WhatsApp for web, LinkedIn, Twitter, we have browser extensions that can actually bring in the power of DeepL's language tools into the user interfaces. And with that, I will switch over to a live demo, if we could change that over. Now, hopefully we can see this. So I've set up a brief demo here just to show how integrations can actually work. And as you can see, I've received an email from a handsome colleague there. I don't know who that is. But he's fluent in German, apparently, which is great, because I'm not. I think I can manage Mitkart, Bitte, and Mahlzeit. So obviously, I'm not fluent in German, only English, but I've received this request from a colleague to actually do a task. Now, obviously, if I wasn't using integrations, I would have to be copying and pasting this into DeepL's own tools. finding out what the translation was, and then copying and pasting it back, or basically building up my own workflow to translate this and work out what's happening and how I can best conduct the task and how to best respond back to them. But with this, I have the integrations installed for my Gmail, so what I can actually do, it's already detected this is German, and I can just click Translate, and I get the email translated there, and I can see my handsome colleague is telling me that they've sent me an urgent request to translate an attached presentation that was originally in German, but it needs to be shared in the UK, so it needs to be translated into English. So you can see I haven't had to break out of any workflow here. It's all in the same system. Everything is being recognized within Gmail. I haven't had to have that cognitive process of actually breaking out of my workflow. I can figure out exactly what's happening without moving to a separate application. Now, let's imagine that I have actually downloaded that PowerPoint presentation that's in German. Again, I haven't got a clue what's happening here. But as you can see, I've actually got DeepL for PowerPoint installed here. And so going through this process, if it was normal, again, I would have to be copying and pasting the content out of each one of these slides, putting it into DeepL's own translation tools, translating it, copying it back in. And obviously, again, as I mentioned, that runs into issues with human errors. If it could be a huge presentation, so it could take hours and hours to actually translate. But now I've got the DeepL for PowerPoint translator installed. And what I can actually do is just highlight the text. And we can see in the integration here, it actually translates automatically. And what I can do each time is just do that, and it keeps exactly the same formatting, exactly the same presentation rules, and copies the translation back in. And that's not just for small pieces of text. I can highlight whole paragraphs, which actually gives me that, again, from German into English, directly in PowerPoint, without having to break out into separate tools. And again, I can just, with one click, start translating that and putting it straight back into my presentation. And this is not just a translator. We have Write as well incorporated here. So with the Write subscription level, you have translation and Write included in that. So I won't bore you by going through this whole process of translating this document, but hopefully you can see that by having the integrations included here really helps with that process. So quickly switching back. In time-honored tradition, here's one I created earlier. So I'm actually writing a message back to my handsome colleague. And what I can do here is highlight the text. Oops. And as you can see, although some people may contest that this is actually my usual writing style, I have actually got a few issues with what I put in here. So what I can actually do is select my text, and again with the integration, I can quickly improve that. And as you can see, it's improved my writing style. It's taken out any issues I had with spelling and grammar, etc. That's just into English. So what I can do again, obviously I'm writing back to my handsome colleague who is German. So I can quickly translate that. And I'm hoping that is actually correct because I can't read that at all. So yes, as you can see, I haven't had to break out into DeepL's own tools, gone right from my email into PowerPoint to actually translate the content and carry out the task, back into Gmail, and I've actually written what I'm hoping is a very well translated German email back to my German colleague. So that was a really quick rundown. If you want any resources about integrations, we have a whole host of those on the website, and especially in the Help Center, we've got links there that we'll be able to send out to you, or that QR code will send you directly to the Help Center. But again, anything to do with integrations, the browser extension, We also have a great section on how to include integrations into your enterprise workflows as well. So yeah, all come and find us out in any of the AMA sections outside, and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you very much. Thank you.